Nothing. All right. So we have somebody new today. As always, Ryan. It's a very special episode whenever you grace us with your presence. So yeah, why don't you tell us why you've been gone for a little while?
Work.
Yeah, no one cares. All right.
Cool. Good talk. Let's go.
Bravo.
Work schedule, go burr.
Time to take a sip. What, you don't keep hot sauce on your desk?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 31st episode of Joystick Junkies podcast. As always, we have Kyle.
Hi, how are you? That's all I'm doing.
All right.
That's all I do. That's all I ever do.
Yeah, fair. And then
People know me.
a surprise guest today is Ryan. You know,
Damn.
Yeah. Hi.
Ryan's
It's nice to be back, I think.
I came out of left field.
and also we have a new guest, Tracy.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Tracy.
Oh, wow. It's like elementary all over again.
Welcome to
I
the
like
sharing
video games.
corner.
I like video games, but I shook my entire setup by banging my knee against the desk. I'm clumsy.
I've learned to mute whenever I do something weird. Like what I just did. I untangled my XLR cable.
That's fun. Worked at
annoying.
GameStop for a while. That's how we met.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Ain't
Good
nothing
talk. Good
special.
talk. So, Kyle, you wanted to talk about Titfall 2?
Whoa. Maybe. I haven't gotten back to play it yet, but
Wait.
last
I thought you
there's-
said you weren't gonna sleep specifically so you can play it.
Ooh, he's putting you on the spot.
COD dropped season 6.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
fair
played that
enough.
instead.
Fair enough.
You had a choice to
And
make.
and by the way, I already completed the battle pass and leveled the 2 new guns and got gold on both of them.
I'm sorry.
I'm upset with myself.
I'm going to see
sorry.
how many hours
What?
you have in the last 2 weeks on COD.
Please, because holy shit.
Someone please take it away from me.
No, I can take
only
it away from
5.1 hours. That's not bad. But
You
total,
completed the battle pass in 5.1 hours?
He could have had a lot
Yes.
of tokens saved.
I did have over 10,000 COD points.
So you bought the battle pass in its entirety?
No, I only bought half of it.
It's excessive.
Now,
Yes, I only bought half of it, but I got gold on both guns
He has
and platinum on the melee.
400 hours
now,
in COD.
Tracy, keep in mind, this is the same guy that spent close to $3,000 on Star Citizen.
Whoa.
Ah.
Okay. We want to talk about that again. Let me.
Oh, no.
$3,000
Every-
beta. That's
Every time we bring
delayed
this up,
indefinitely. Let's go.
Correction, alpha.
Oh, that's even worse.
Let's see here. What are we sitting? I haven't bought anything recently.
I'm going to be 42 by the time Squadron 42 drops, man. Come on.
Loading. Oh, fuck me.
oh God.
Yeah? What's that about? You want to share with the
much?
class?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is it more than my PC that you've spent on Star Citizen?
Just look at the podcast chat.
I swear, if it's more than my PC server and camera setup all together,
Jesus Christ.
Okay. To be fair, I am paying like $20 a month for the past like 2 years. So take that into account.
Okay, so you didn't just drop it.
how?
No.
What's the
no,
number?
no.
Because I can't pull that
Yeah.
up.
I don't want to.
$3,956.05.
Yeah, that 5 cents.
Almost $4,000, basically.
Wow.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the calculation that Star Citizen thinks I spent, which I didn't. I did not pay an extra $300. It's just what it thinks I spent. To be fair, let me go back to the beginning of time. May 10th, 2021
That's when you
was my first
started?
purchase. Yeah.
That's still ridiculous, man.
Okay, but most of it was like... okay, so that... The two calculations are what they think I spent. A lot of my ships were bought on the gray market for a lot cheaper. So reality is probably closer to like $3,200. Because there's like a $900 ship that I paid $200 for.
But still,
So-
the fact... I'm sorry, but the fact that you paid $200 for a ship.
That's ridiculous.
Shut the fuck up, Caleb.
Yes, Ryan.
Says the guy who was about to spend $800 on UPS.
Well,
Okay, hold on. No.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
$800 on a UPS to make sure that your whole setup doesn't die in the middle of a 30-second power outage and have all of the video of the podcast corrupted in a split second.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last episode. I was a part of it, though.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you keep in the part where I called you on my phone?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
including the Tidal hold music.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
That's
I
funny.
left 4 or 5 minutes of hold music
Yeah,
at the end of the recording just to mess with him.
yeah. I
And
didn't.
in that time, I got up, went to the restroom, made a sandwich, came back, and then went, oh shit, pause, in recording, and sent it to him.
No, I didn't keep all of that in there. But yeah. Now, Ryan, you're raising your hand like you're in the middle of a
Yes.
classroom. So go ahead.
I mean, we did the little introduction at the beginning of the podcast. I feel we just have that vibe going on here, right? But I just want to let you guys know. Caleb knows this
Fuck you,
already,
Ryan.
but I will be disappearing
Good.
in the episode. I'll come back
God
maybe
damn.
at the rate that we're going, but I have to take Toby and drop her off at a vet appointment. So,
Toblerone.
to be
I got
honest,
a really short Ethernet cable.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Toby's the only reason Ryan's on the podcast. We just want to see the dog in the background.
Toby's not even in frame.
Yes, she
bro.
is. Look, she's right
Oh,
there.
Dude, Ryan's camera on my screen is like this big, so...
oh, because you're using the little window.
No. I have my portable monitor plugged in currently
Mm.
for a second screen
What did
because
that
I got
do?
tired of tabbing in and out and having my camera go with colors.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's
Because here, watch. I'll show you one.
let's be adults, guys.
No.
The Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
So explain a little bit why that went tits up.
The original Titanfall 2 reasoning?
Yes. Like, why did the servers go down? Why is it such a big deal that they're back up?
Oh, God. What's his name?
Because
Trying to pull it back up.
for those of you who don't know, Titanfall 2 is a really interesting story. It is one of the only games that I know of that was not made by Valve and is running the Source engine.
We don't talk about that.
It's also a really good game.
You're a really good game.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing that I was looking for.
But like because of the resurgence of the game, there's been a lot of like whispers about the potential of Titanfall 3. So
Tracy,
I'm
have you
very
played
interested to
Titanfall
see-
Yeah.
at all?
No. I'm
Okay, so
typically not a mech person.
Ah.
I can't find the story that I read and forgot to send it anywhere, so I can't find it. I'm just referring to a similar one. But long story short, there's this person known as Juno. Jeanue, technically. Who in Titanfall 1 created a script that would basically backfill any of the official servers with bots to the point that it would crash the server and it would jump from each one over and over.
What do you
basically
mean
killing the
backfill?
entire thing. It will boot the actual players out of the server and then fill it up with bots and then try just disconnect, reconnect over and over. Basically a DDoS to the server, causing it to shut down. And when it does that, it just jumps to the next server. Kills it, goes to the next one. That went on for so long. I don't even remember how long it was. But then when Titanfall 2 came out, he tried it again, and it didn't work. So he came up with a new thing that was basically a little Wireshark that listened to every single IP that connected to the server.
So Wireshark, is that kind of like Baby Shark?
Shut up. I'm muting you. No, but the new one, what it would do is every single time that someone joined, it would grab their IP and then kick them from the server. And basically blacklisting you from playing official servers.
Jeez. That's
Yeah, it was really
malicious as
bad.
fuck.
And it also kind of jumped into Apex Legends for a little bit until EA went, hey, we need to get better. So they improved it. And I don't remember how long Apex Legends had it, but Titanfall 2 had it for years. It got to the point that EA just went, we don't care anymore. Oh, hey, I turned on hand tracking again.
Wow,
Lovely.
EA not caring? Who would have
Yeah.
thought?
I bring my camera back into focus and pause it. There we go. Okay, yeah, but so that happened, and then I forget the group, but they made basically a mod for it called North Star that would take over the launcher and allow you to play on community servers that had their own anti-cheat and prevented everything else that happened before. So it was basically the revival of it originally, and then fast forward to just a couple weeks ago, I think.
I think it was
Maybe-
like last week.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something about it this week, like a couple days ago.
Let me check the age of the video that I was watching.
But like I know a part of the story is that Titanfall 2 went on sale on Steam for like
13
$3.
days ago. It was 13 days ago. It was revived by EA, and everything's back, and no more bugs, no more issues.
And it went on
Now, the
sale
servers
for
are
like
laggy.
$4.
The servers are laggy, but I mean, to be fair, that's
That's EA.
EA. Yeah, it's EA. If
What
you've played any
year
EA game
Did Titanfall 2 come out?
a long time ago, it was 2016.
Damn.
Yep. You can tell I opened a white page. That's right.
Right on face.
Yeah,
So-
so it's back, and there's this beautiful discussion on the Titanfall 2 Steam discussion page. What the F is everyone talking about? Revival where? I became homeless for 3 weeks, and when I come back to the internet and think, I should play Titanfall 2 again. It was funny. The entire world population is here. To be fair, it was like 23,000 people, but
I mean, that's
Just
still
like-
a good player count for a
yeah, just
7-year-old
like
game.
overnight,
yeah,
back up
'cause-
to 23,000. Like, what? It used to be like 200 people because North Star didn't integrate with Steam for player count because, I mean, it's different. So you would go onto North Star and you would see like 30,000, 40,000 players collectively, and you'd see servers that are full to the brim all the way down the page. You basically had to hop in a queue and wait, kind of like Battlefield 1 days.
Dude, I remember the
But,
beta
I mean-
for Battlefield 1.
Oh.
We used to stay up all night just fighting
Just
in
play
the
one game.
Yeah. What was the map? It was the desert map.
Ah, yes.
I know
yes,
what you're
yes,
talking about. It's the one with the horses and stuff on it.
Yes. The good old days.
The Sinai Desert.
Yep.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 was a good
Yep.
game. I miss it.
It was a good game.
So
Speaking of which, with revivals, a couple of my friends were playing Call of Duty World War II multiplayer.
I mean, I guess if you want to play a World War II shooter, it's not going to be Vanguard. So.
Battlefield 5 is better. Shoot me.
I never
sue
got
me.
into Battlefield 5.
True. Hey, 2042 is doing pretty good right now.
But I have to ask. Okay, so Tracy,
I feel like I held
you
the
don't
mic for too long.
you don't seem to be taking too much discussion on first-person shooters. What is your game type here?
I'm mainly RPGs, things like Baldur's Gate, Skyrim, Oblivion.
Oh, then you would love Ryan. Bros all
I
over
like
the place.
RPGs.
You just gotta casually flex the
Okay.
Starfield
You
controller.
know what? I have it too. It's right here.
I really don't feel like
I
going out to the
waited
van
for
to get mine.
Starfield to come out.
Yours
to
is in your
use it.
van.
Yeah, my Starfield controller is my travel controller.
Hey Ryan,
worry.
even bigger flex. Forza Horizon 5
Oh,
limited
yeah?
edition controller. He's gonna pull out his wiener.
Xbox 360 Tomb Raider controller.
Ew. Is that the one that your brother like scratched up?
No, this one like has scratches on it as like
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
design. There,
Back to
dude,
the-
Oh
one
yeah.
of the first
well,
YouTube
look,
videos on
Starfield controller and headset boxes. Boom, roasted.
Get fucked.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Casually pick up a custom controller.
ROG Ally. Bam.
Garbage.
Hey, I've been playing a lot of handheld games recently.
Windows bad.
I could put Steam OS on it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know. Actually, Ryan, do you hear what Captain Xanath recently did?
No.
Put a 2 terabyte SSD into a Steam Deck and dual booted with Windeck OS for Windows and Steam OS.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Just
we
to
can
play a couple of the
like,
games.
So we can play like Diablo and Overwatch and all those
Yeah,
games that
yeah,
need
that
Windows
was-
for anti-cheat.
Yeah, anything that runs easy anti-cheat and crap like that.
Or even better,
He did it, and it took him like 3 hours, but he got it working.
the guy that built a custom-made handheld gaming PC out of a framework laptop.
I've seen that. That's dope. Because, I mean, Framework did it right. They made it upgradable, and they made a main board. So you upgrade your laptop, and boom, you have a whole other computer. I turned on...
Does it just turn on automatically?
No, it turns on whenever I do this. Yeah, if I raise my hand up.
That's what you
In
get
any
for having a
fashion.
fancy camera.
Right?
I'm sorry. Fine, I'll just turn it off.
It's made with a gimbal on. Look,
It wants to show us the vent again.
No, I did that on purpose. But yeah, there. Even better. Let me just... Yeah, just turn around. Okay.
so welcome to the part of the show that we give
I love that
everyone
ceiling.
nausea.
What is the camera doing?
Dude, this is making me sick looking at it.
Here, now that I'm in the software, I'm just going to turn off the hand tracking signal. Turn off auto track. There we go.
All right, so
I'm
I
also going
want
to turn
to
off... You know what? Fuck it. Just turn everything off.
ask y'all what games y'all are playing right now.
COD.
Baldur's
Okay, Kyle's
Baldur's
easy
Gate.
COD.
Baldur's
Uh,
Caleb, Baldur's Gate.
The Crew Motorfest, actually.
How's that going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that launch, which means it went smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, nowadays, if you don't hear about a launch, that means everything went okay.
Yeah, like,
Starfield launch, huh?
with see, I had no problems with Starfield. I think
I
my
didn't
biggest pet peeve with the entire game is the fact that your like character walking speed or like your normal like moving speed and sprint doesn't match the speed that NPCs move. So if
Dude.
you press caps lock
Welcome
to
to
walk,
every
you're
Bethesda
slower than
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
slower than the NPC that's moving. But if you press caps lock again to go back to like the default move state, you're faster than the NPC that's moving. On controller, it's not a problem because you can just push the joystick just slightly up, match the speed. But on keyboard, you just press W. It's not a joystick, so you can't like slowly press down W. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Not to flex my poor life choices, but I have an analog keyboard, so it works that way for me.
Okay, well for most people, it does.
That'll do it.
So
like
No,
in
I'm
Cyberpunk,
not pulling out the keyboards again.
no,
in
please,
Cyberpunk,
let's-
if you slow walk, you match the walking speed of the NPC you're following. It is 2023, and Bethesda can't get that down.
Ghost of Tsushima
Todd
did
Howard,
it best.
please.
I'm just
Have
saying.
you ever
Ghost of
played any
Tsushima did it
Bethesda
best.
game? They're all
Yeah.
like that, Ryan.
I know.
Oh
Elder Scrolls 6. Todd, please.
Okay.
That's never
To
happened.
be fair, within like 3 days, someone made a mod that made the movement speed proper.
Look, I'm going to play my New Game Plus save with mods, but I'm waiting for their official implementation of DLSS before I do that.
Okay, hold on. Even better than all of that, please tell me you guys saw the statement from the modder that paid or that made paid DLSS. He
Yeah.
Tracy, I don't know if you saw this, but after Starfield came out, Baldur's Gate, a modder made a mod to put DLSS into the game, which is deep learning super sampling.
I'll be right back.
Basically allows for games to run at faster speeds without using so much of the graphics card. And
Bye, Ryan.
he charged people, what was it, like $15 a month for it?
Yeah.
It was
Or no,
something-
it was $5 a month.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
Charged them $5 a month for that functionality, and there were so many people just giving away bootlegged copies of it that he's like, I'm gonna, in my next paid mod, I'm gonna make an implementation so if you bootleg it, there will be hidden invisible mines around the map to constantly ruin your time.
No, what I love is his quote. I did get enough patrons, so it's done its job.
Right?
Here's the funny thing, though. I forget the person who made their version of it, and all you had to do was drop the DLSS 3.5 DLL, and you have frame gen. Let me look it up. Where is it? Not Pure Dark. He can suck it. Luke FZ564.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, he just made it public where, well, now that the DLSS is out, you can actually use it properly. Yeah, and it's really easy.
Yeah.
You download the mod, and you'll need SFSE, and then you just go download the DLSS FrameGen DLL, drop it in the folder, and launch the game.
Yep.
So it's the Sims version of modding, where you just
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how Starfield modding has been so far, because they haven't released the
Creation
modding
kit.
SDK. Yeah, the creation kit. I forget what they call it. But that's how it's been mostly. It's like textures and a couple of DLLs or scripts that you can run. That's really all it was at the beginning.
Yeah, and once you download the creation kit, if a mod is made with creation kit, you are not allowed to make any profit off of it.
Yep.
So they're gonna have to start, like, once that comes out, they're gonna have to start, like, figuring a way to justify and be able to reasonably prove, hey, this was not made with creation kit. That's why I'm able to sell this mod. Otherwise, Bethesda's going to be all over that.
Yup.
true enough.
But
All right, let's go see the latest.
just like always, Ryan
It's still textures.
Ryan stole the chat with Starfield and then ran off. So
Always.
back to Baldur's Gate, since you're currently playing it, Tracy.
Bald Guy 3.
What is your class that you're running through now?
I started with Wizard, but I started up a new one as a rogue, because just stealing from merchants makes the game a lot easier.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know you can steal from merchants.
No, dude, you can steal from everybody. Everybody, anybody, even your own party members. You can pickpocket them if you want to. Withers in your camp, he doesn't get any, like, detriments towards his attitude with you, so you can steal your money back after you, like, respec or respawn somebody.
Oh, that is great. That is fantastic. See, my in the stream, I'm a true shot ranger, I think is the subclass. Could be wrong. I don't know anything about D&D. And then
I know a lot about D&D.
My single player class, while I wait for parts at work, is
Yes, I think.
hold on.
Insert
Brain.exe
Jeopardy
has failed.
In my buddy's game, I play a sorcerer, and I had to explain to him the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer being prepared and unprepared casters.
All right, hit me with it, because they sound the same to me.
Well, wizards, essentially, they have an earned book of spells that they've learned that they keep on them at any given time, so they can just flip through and be like, all right, I want to choose these spells for today. For sorcerers, they have a pocket of spells that they have stashed in their head, and they can use any of them at any time.
So they just basically have more spell slots.
Wizards have more spell slots.
Yeah.
Wizards can know more spells. The only difference is they can only have a certain number of them prepared for a day. So if you don't come with Featherfall at the start of the day, you don't have Featherfall until you take a rest.
Gotcha. Interesting.
That's how it works in actual D&D. It's a little easier in Baldur's Gate when you just open the spell book and click, hey, I want to have Featherfall on me right now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, you all right there, Kyle?
No, I rolled over my foot.
Oof.
Sounds horrible.
I'm a little dumb. Also, did Ryan just leave, or is he like
I'm pretty sure.
BRB type?
I think he left because he needs to take a dog to the vet.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that's exactly where he went.
Okay, because he just like got up and walked away.
He was like, bye. And he might be back.
What was I gonna say? Have y'all looked at the Nexus mods for Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
I have not.
There's not very much.
It's because it's a perfect game. Well, I wouldn't say perfect game. I wouldn't say perfect game, but you know what I mean.
Everyone in the comments of this video, you're an idiot.
No game is perfect. Every game can be modded.
What is the most popular thing? Yeah, improved UI makes sense. Nice, I love it. Popular of all time. Improved UI fixes, basket full of equipment, NSFW version, Tav's hair salon, and then enhanced nude bodies.
Of course, Baldur's Gate would be the one to have a nude mod.
I mean,
Despite
Starfield does too.
They're already nudes.
Yeah, I was about to say, all you have to do is take off the underwear and they're there, just
Boom.
ready for the world to see.
Yeah,
Titties
Actually-
for everyone.
Actually did that on stream one day. I was like, hey Max. I was like, what? I just whoop. He's like, whoa, I'm streaming here. I was like, yeah, so am I. The only difference is I'm on YouTube.
I'll do it.
Oh, I see what it did. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I don't care. It basically just like thickens everything. Your thighs get a little bit thicker. That kind
Hey,
of stuff.
thick thighs save lives. I'm just saying.
Indeed.
You're right. They do.
But
Bigger tits. That's a dude with tits. Okay. Thank you, Baldur's Gate.
Hey man, if a dude wants to have tits, let the dude have tits.
yeah. No, see. Okay.
Why did they give the fucking gnome big old titties?
So Kyle, I introduced you to my friend Steven, right? I sent you a picture of his character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, perfect.
Steve is the kind of guy. Class act. Tracy knows him. The first
I know where this is going.
The first time he plays Baldur's Gate, what he does is he makes himself in the game, takes off all of his clothes, and just runs around fighting completely nude.
Wang.
Yep. Yep.
And then whenever he found out that I had Resident Evil 3 remake for PC, he was like, I want to see the nude mods for Carlos.
Nice.
One of the first ones we found was a nude mod for Jill that gave her like double H's
Jesus Christ, that's back pain galore.
and a 12-inch doll. Just to help with the waist pain.
Hey, man.
Oh.
Dude. Oh, the modding community is so weird right now.
It's always
Hey.
been weird.
I'm loving it. I'm still waiting for Sky Oblivion. And on that note, Sky Oblivion's so close to releasing that Bethesda went, oh, we're remaking Oblivion.
Yeah, I
Surprise.
saw that.
Jesus. No. I was just reading through a couple of the discussions on Nexus for Starfield, and people are like, bring CBBE in here.
CBBE?
It's a body
Yeah.
mod.
What does it do?
Or,
It
I haven't
basically
modded.
improves. Wow. I clicked on the images just to see, and all I got was ass.
it gives you
Ass.
more of the hourglass figure
Yeah.
for
Gotcha.
your character models.
So, okay. You guys seem to have more PC experience than me. I'm more hardware. I don't really mod games. If it plays, it plays. Yay. What is up with modding specific body styles into the game? Like, it just makes no sense to me.
So a lot of the time, well, with Bethesda in general, they make their character models kind of just plain,
Like you.
you know, flat,
Like you.
basic, and then people go, hey, you know, I want more curves to make it look more feminine. Or with a guy, hey, I want to be more jacked, I want to have abs, so, you know, that kind of stuff. So
And
people
on the
go and
other
make
vein,
mods
there
that do
are
that.
ones that make them skinnier.
That is true, yes.
So, like, they would
And then there's-
basically make them look anorexic.
Fuck was that?
Oh, I was thinking more femboy, but live your
I
best
saw
life.
that too, right?
More femboy. Every time I hear the term femboy, I think of there's a video that this guy is doing street interviews in Asia somewhere, and he's like, "You're so beautiful. Like, we should go back to a hotel." And the person that he's interviewing is like, "No, I'm boy." And he's like, "No, you're not a boy." He's like, "No, I'm boy." And he's like, "No, you're not. It's okay." And he's like, "No, I'm boy."
Yeah, I've seen that. No, and just as another example, Cyberpunk, they claimed up and down about no censorship, and then like when it first released, there was censorship.
Wait, okay, yeah.
You remember that?
So, wasn't it okay? I remember it was all about like pre-release. It was all about you can customize the size of your dong, customize the size of your labia, and then like right as it came out, you couldn't actually walk around nude in the game.
Yeah, you'd always have underwear on.
Yeah.
So within like 48 hours, someone made a underwear removal.
Of course they did.
And then after that happened, someone came out with a body mod so you could get bigger tits, a bigger dick. And my favorite one that made me giggle so much is it added an asshole to the model.
Hey, man.
Yes.
I mean, there's
Someone went...
a Skyrim mod that makes you need to eat and use the restroom,
Yeah.
sleep, so...
Hey, that's the whole reason I love Death Stranding. The fact that you have to pee.
Yeah. No.
So
Someone
many
went and
games
said...
never touches on the fact that characters never go to the bathroom.
Right?
That is very true. No, but someone looked at the models of Cyberpunk and went, okay, so if I can have a dick, balls, vagina, or boobs, why don't I have an asshole? So someone in MS Paint went in and painted a chocolate starfish, uploaded it as a mod.
Gotta love
man.
those chocolate starfishes.
I wonder if it's still active.
What, the butthole mod?
Yeah. What did they call it?
My disappointment with...
It is no longer there. Damn.
My disappointment with
more
Death
booty hole.
Stranding, though, still has to be the fact that you can't piss on the bandits in the game. You can piss on anything in the environment. The moment you try and piss on one of the bandits, Sam is like, "No, I can't do that, man." And I was like,
Why not?
But
Maybe he's pee shy.
but they're knocked out. That's the thing. They're unconscious,
Hey.
and you just can't pee on their bodies.
Nothing beats Postal 2.
Oh god. Tracy, please tell me you played Postal.
I have not played Postal.
Gonorrhea.
Explain that, Kyle. Explain that.
You can get gonorrhea in Postal 2, and every time you piss, it's green. I haven't played Postal 2 in forever.
So
Holy shit.
Postal's basically... Let's see, what is the best way to describe it? In the second one, the game starts out with you having to go pick up a paycheck from whatever the studio's name is.
Running with Scissors.
Yeah. You have to go pick
I
up
knew that right off the top of my head. Goddamn.
you have to go pick up a paycheck from the studio, and then the CEO's like, here you go, but it's only like $200 and you're fired, so fuck you.
Yep.
And so you just start shooting up the place. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
It's
I-
exactly as it sounds.
This is a perfect description for the game. It's a violent video game about violent video games, religion, terrorism, drugs, Gary Coleman, and sex.
Oh, I forgot Gary Coleman was in that game.
It's a perfect description of the game.
Pretty much.
Is Postal 2 like GTA? No.
No, it's really not.
It's a good game, and if it's ever cheap, just buy it.
Oh yeah, highly
Give it a
recommend
shot.
it.
I didn't even buy Baldur's Gate. Some of my Discord buddies bought it for me because they're like, you have to play it with us.
Well,
Caleb, what did I recently buy you? I forget.
Payday 3.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear mixed
Postal
reviews
2.
about Payday 3.
Postal
So-
2 is $10 on Green Man Gaming.
We played Payday 3, or we talked about Payday 3 on the last podcast. That's kind of messed up. But it's
Yeah, I blame Caleb.
perfectly fine. Like, I like the game. The biggest issue that a lot of people have is there's no online, there's no peer-to-peer servers, and
No, I think you mean there's no offline.
yeah, that's what I meant. There's no offline,
Yeah.
there's no peer-to-peer servers. So, for the most part, if you have a bad internet connection, it'll boot you from the game. Like, right now, there's only 8 heists. And
8 or 9, yeah.
they...
People are complaining about it.
Yeah, but, like, at launch, Payday 2 only had 9.
All right, you all can go watch the last one.
Yeah.
That's where we described it all. I'm having deja vu.
Here we go again.
But
It's every week
Yeah.
when Ryan's here.
basically, but it's a lot of the things that it's kind of the same thing that's happening or that happened with Starfield, right? Where people are taking what everyone else is saying and just like going to the extreme with it.
Well,
Oh, hey, speaking of titties.
I just have a regular flask.
What about
Oh, what the, damn.
You
So-
should be ashamed. Single-use plastics killing you.
What? No, this is not a single-use plastic.
No, I'm talking about
You know what?
Caleb with his water bottle.
Have you not seen all of the single-use plastic and cardboard behind me? That's just
Yeah.
sitting there. But
I have a shelf of dead trees.
Stop it. Single-use plastic?
let's talk about Marvel's Avengers being pulled from storefronts.
Just completely glazed over that joke.
What?
Single-use plastic. I took a hit of my disposable vape. So wait, what are we talking about?
Marvel
So-
the Avengers being pulled from storefronts.
Yeah, digital
Yo, what?
storefronts. I think it's today, actually, as of the day of recording.
Good thing I own it.
Yeah, it's apparently
Holy shit, it's 100 gigs.
Yeah.
Why?
My thing is, why pull it? Like, what's the point of pulling it? It's not like it's a Unity game that charges per install. Especially if you're going to keep
Getting
the
support
servers
on
up.
September 30th, and the game will no longer be purchasable on Steam. However, we wanted to reassure you that the game will no longer be for sale. The game will remain playable for owners largely as it is today. Yeah, why?
ain't
think
no
s-
What do
telling.
you?
I think Square Enix is in a bad place, honestly. I think they're scrambling.
Maybe they did a good job with Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, but that was very much a console exclusive, and then you had Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII. What was the second one that they did? But a lot. You can also look at Forspoken. Most of them are just console exclusives that don't really sell well outside of Japan because most people don't have PS5s right now. Like, they're just now getting them.
I have a PS5.
So do I.
Same.
But,
But
you
yeah,
know,
it is-
you're limiting your market base, and then you're shocked that you're not selling that many games.
Yeah, like, I never understood console exclusives. It's like, you get twice as many sales if you just opened up your game to both consoles. Unless the payout for making it exclusive is astronomical, it makes logistically no sense.
Yeah, the only exclusives that I can understand is if it's made by a Sony or first-party Microsoft studio.
Sorry.
Goodness. But even then, a lot of people were giving Microsoft hell. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna pull Call of Duty off of off of PlayStation." And I'm like, "No, they're not that stupid." Something as big
There's
as
too much money there.
something as big as Call of Duty is too much specifically for them, because like what was it, like a $500 million in microtransactions just on the PlayStation store?
Yep.
Like, they're not
They'd be
gonna walk
shooting
away from
themselves in
that.
the foot, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's like, "Oh, they're gonna pull it." I'm like, "Ah, you're an idiot."
Now, there's talk of them making new things exclusive, like from Bethesda's point of view.
Well, and that makes sense, you know, and they're not going to be. I think it
It's like
would be hypocritical for Sony to say anything less. I mean, look behind me. You have God of War Ragnarok, Death Stranding, Days Gone, Bloodborne, all PlayStation exclusives. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, we don't want you guys to have exclusives." That's just mean. Like,
No, only we can have exclusives because we're
Skipped over
Sony.
Horizon Zero Dawn, bro.
I don't have it in my background, bro.
Gross. I have one in storage.
You're gross.
Or, well, it's Forbidden West.
Can I have it?
No, bitch.
I'll give you a hug.
The silence that prevailed.
Right?
It's like, you'll give me a hug. Well then.
Oh,
To preface, Caleb lives too far away.
yeah. Yeah, really too. But you know who doesn't live too far away?
Our sponsor. Got him.
Yeah.
Beat you to it.
I love how that inside joke made it to you, because me and Amber do that shit all the time. We'll just look at each other. I'm like, "Aw, you know what? You remind me of a lot of," and she'll just jump in. "This segue to our sponsor." And I was like, "God damn it!" She'll just steal it from me all the time. No, but Counter-Strike 2 has replaced CS:GO.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Don't care, didn't ask, don't have it installed.
All right.
Then again, I have 106 hours in CSGO. So there's that.
Good talk. Good talk.
Not the type of game I play.
How do I have 3 hours in CS Source? What the hell?
So,
I never even played it.
shout out to Perry.
Where is she?
I think she's still streaming, if she didn't stop streaming by now. But she played CS2 hands-free with the EEG
Hey, yo.
and actually got a couple kills. Like, set up voice commands to open the menu, to buy a gun, to close the menu. Like, it is incredible.
That is impressive.
So, actually,
It's like the brief time they tried to make the Kinect useful for like Skyrim, where you could shout.
right? So, I'm not sure how much of the show you've watched from the early days. It's like I said, this is episode 31. But God, we've been doing this for 31 weeks, Kyle. God. Anyway,
At 52 weeks, I expect a paycheck.
You know what? You know how we can get a paycheck. I am
The
trying.
sponsor.
I am legitimately trying to get us enough traction, even for the big
Gonna
documentary.
have to clip this out.
You're an ass. Anyway,
You know what I'm doing?
yes, I do. If you didn't watch it, Perry Cariel was on the show for quite a few episodes. And she is the one that beat Elden Ring completely hands-free with an electroencephalogram.
Sorry, I'm watching the stream right now. CS2 with mind control.
Yeah. So an electroencephalogram is something that maps out your brain waves. So legitimately, she moved her head to the right, the character moves to the right. Moves her head to the left, it has a gyroscope, and then she thinks of, I think it was spinning plates, and it would cast a specific spell. And if she thinks of pulling a pole close to her, the brain waves that creates casted healing on herself. Beat the entire game not using a controller.
Impressive. I mean, that's... The better that technology gets, the better it is for people with disabilities.
Exactly. She's actually working to perfect it to hopefully... I think she wanted to go like mass market with it, but I think she's working with the manufacturer of the headset specifically to...
Oh, look, he's back!
Yeah, specifically change the camera to make it to let him stand there creepily while I just talk.
Oh yeah. Dude, there was some lady yelling at the grooming counter.
Welcome back.
I don't even know what she was mad about, but it was like a full Karen situation, and the poor person working behind the counter looked so sad the whole time.
What?
You know what? Let's talk about Karens. What is up with Karens that, man? Yeah, you know what? We have somebody else from GameStop on this show. Give us your best Karen story.
Oh, so I don't deal with Karens? Damn.
I definitely do.
You deal with Karen techs, Kyle. There's a difference.
No.
It was definitely
General manager Karens.
A
yeah,
cell
fair.
phone incident.
The worst kind.
Yeah.
It was a cell phone incident for me. They were trying to sell a busted up iPhone, like completely irreparable, honestly. Like they're like, and at GameStop you have to connect it to this computer to have it go through everything, and it wouldn't even connect to the computer. I'm like, I can't reasonably take this, and they started
Not camera first.
like going off. Just, I want to talk to your manager. Like, he's not here. I'm the senior guest advisor. The best I can do
I am the manager.
the best I can do is take your phone number down and say, hey, this person had a problem.
Ryan.
I don't know what happened.
No! Come back!
Baby, come back.
My camera's all kinds of
Let
fun.
all on copyright.
So
So they were trying to sell you a broken phone and then got mad when you wouldn't take it? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Precisely.
Nice.
like
Ryan, I
this.
told you about the time that I was called racist because I didn't want to buy a roach-infested PS4.
Bro, fuck
Yeah.
roach infested PS4s.
Like, at GameStop,
Oh
they
my
literally
God.
tell you
All my
to
homies hate
shake the
roach-infested
console
PS4s.
just a little bit to see if any, like, wings and stuff fall out, and don't take it if they do.
Yeah.
No, it's when the leg falls out.
PSA gamers, clean your consoles and clean your computers. If it's been sitting under a TV cabinet since you bought it, please dust it out.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. No. You get the bad combo. I used to do electronic repair before I went to college, so I know a little bit about consoles and dirtiness. I had one guy that dropped off his Xbox One like the original, like
The Think Boy.
the
The
fancy one,
box.
the one where the dog's nose turns it off. You know what I'm
Oh
talking about?
God, yeah.
The touchscreen.
So, yeah, yeah. This was a combination of roaches, cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would
I
do it.
couldn't tell if it was roach goop or cigarette debris when I was cleaning it. You know what I did? I stripped it completely down. Outside, because roaches are... No. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, I hate
hate them. And then I charged him like $300 for a cleaning fee.
Good.
Because I had to literally
Fair.
soak it. I soaked it in mineral oil to clean it. Because mineral oil isn't conductive. So
Yeah.
cleaned it all off, got it all clean for him, and he's like, "Why are you charging me so much, man?" And I showed him all the photos. I had roaches this big inside that Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like
And
that
he's like, "Oh,
Xbox.
thank you so much. Like, GameStop wouldn't do it. All these other places wouldn't do it." I'm like, "Yeah, because
I
they
wonder why.
they don't want a roach infestation."
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
that makes
GameStops
sense.
are in like strips, so if they get the
Yeah.
infestation, they're gonna infest everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Man.
It's like that Xbox I found in the dumpster a couple months
Yeah.
ago, and then I took it apart,
Yeah.
cleaned it out. There was no roaches in it, but there was
that's
definitely smoker's dust in it because it was
Yeah.
yellow, gunky, disgusting dust, and it was
Yep.
so gross.
Yeah. So
Here's the thing, though. The guy thought his Xbox was gray.
it was a Series S. No.
No.
Back then it would have been a 1S. Because the
No,
1Ss
the
were.
original Xbox One. Before they made the S.
Did they make a white one?
Yeah, they did.
No, it was covered in so much cigarette dust that it turned gray. Yeah.
Because the outer shell of that model was like,
It was a glossy black.
yeah, it
That's-
was glossy,
that's
so
what-
stuff would
Yeah.
stick to it.
Yeah, so just as an example, he thought his Xbox was this color. This is gray.
That's just. It's like one of those things when you like run your finger along like underneath your TV and you're just like, oh, that's a lot of dust. Huh.
It's like
You just go-
anytime your computer monitor turns off and there's just that layer of dust on it. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
have a
remind me I need to
cloth.
clean mine.
I have a microfiber
I just cleaned out my
cloth.
computer, so we're good there, but there wasn't very much dust.
I keep my computer clean. I dust it out pretty often.
Yeah.
I have
Mine
to 'cause I
lives
have a
on my
dog.
desk.
Like,
Mine lives on my desk, so it's not on the floor inhaling skin cells.
mine's on a cabinet, so it's also not on the floor.
Hmm.
But dude, my Karen situation was I got yelled at and spit. Like she spat on my face
That's-
because we didn't have Dino Nuggets in stock.
That's a
Bruh.
assault. That's
And then I got
literally-
Probably from getting spat on by
That
her.
is literally
So,
assault. You could have pressed charges.
dude, I don't.
You got the COVID.
Dude, like my grandson only eats Dino Nuggets. Why the fuck do you never have Dino Nuggets in stock? Like I just put thing on shelf. I'm not in charge of buy thing. I put
don't
thing
know
on
inventory.
shelf.
I worked at a pharmacy,
Oh, God.
and
I'm sorry.
to preface this, most pharmacies have no control over whether manufacturers will send the medicine to them.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
completely
during,
up to the
you know,
manufacturer.
especially, after a Pfizer plant fucking burns down.
So, like, people are yelling at the pharmacy, like, when are you going to get this in? It's like, we have already said that we need the medicine. It is not our fault that we do not have it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That reminds me. I was at Buc-ee's during the week because
Buc-ee's.
I was coming back from... Yeah, I'm at Buc-ee's.
Cookies.
No, I came back from Oklahoma City for work, and they were out of fudge.
I've
does
never
so
seen
many
Buc-ee's
people-
run out of fudge before.
So many people were mad, but they had plastered on every single pane of glass, the main entrance, the bathrooms. Due to manufacturer delay, we are out of product to make fudge. People were so fucking mad.
I mean,
That's
I
so
can understand.
ridiculous.
I can understand why they would be upset because Buc-ee's is like a common road trip destination.
Yeah.
So if they planned to stop at Buc-ee's to try the fudge and they drove from out of state and it wasn't there, I can understand them being annoyed.
Yeah.
But
There's only
like,
so
don't
much.
yell at the
Don't-
people who work
Yeah.
there. It's not
Yeah.
their fault. Just be a little depressed and get some beaver nuggets. Those are good.
Don't
Move on.
take it out on the poor guy that's behind the counter going like, yeah, I'm just standing here because we don't have any product.
My husband eats beaver nuggets like cereal sometimes.
I've done that.
I've never tried that.
Pour it into a bowl, add some milk. Perfect.
I just sit down with
milk-
the bag, and then the bag's empty in
The
5
milk goes
seconds.
in the bowl, by the way.
No. I like their candied pecans.
I've never tried that before. but
Those
that
are
sounds good.
I prefer the cashews, but they're so good.
But I was gonna say,
We're talking about nuts. Shut up, Caleb.
look, you can talk about nuts on your own time. I know that's what you're used to.
Pistachios, though. Pistachios are pretty good.
Wait,
They're expensive.
what happened to
Yeah.
Nick being on here to showcase his Moby Huge?
This motherfucker ain't even here.
Showcase is Moby huge?
The door unlocked at 8 a.m. and he walked out.
Wait, the door
worried.
unlocked at 8 a.m. as if it's on a timer. Like, imagine living in a
No,
house
no.
and then at 9 o'clock the door locks and you can't unlock it until 9 a.m.
Okay, so
You're
to
stuck
be fair,
inside.
at 1 a.m. our alarm turns on and locks all the doors. So,
Fair.
because
My
he's
dad
really
needs
bad at
that.
setting the alarm.
My dad's a
He'll
dumbass who just
leave.
forgets to lock stuff.
No, he'll leave and the door auto locks after 30 seconds, but he won't arm it.
What kind of lock do you have that it'll auto lock after 30 seconds?
That's really cool.
Simply
A good
safe.
one.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, we have the Simply Safe smart lock.
Interesting.
Like right now, if I pull out my phone, I go and it'll unlock.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know that they
Or I
make
can do it
one
on my
that
Apple Watch.
Yeah, I was about to say I know that they have one that uses the Apple Watch's NFC chip. The moment you just reach for the door handle, it unlocks.
Yeah, ours doesn't do that, but we have a key fob and I just go click off.
Yeah.
So the problem with him not setting it is we have it when you go from another mode to off, it unlocks the door. So, when I'm walking up the stairs after work carrying my backpack and dinner, one hand bag,
Oh.
Yeah.
and a drink, I can't unlock the damn door because he didn't set the fucking alarm when he left.
That's funny.
That's
So-
horrible.
Normally, the step that I do when I get home and I pull into the driveway is I hit home, and by the time I get up the stairs, it's already registered that it's locked, and I hit off and it unlocks. It's an extra step when he could just simply, as he's walking away, staring at his phone, he can hit the notification and hit lock.
To be fair, we've all met Nick. Well, everyone but Tracy. He's a little.
Yeah, but I do it every morning when I walk out the door.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
become routine for you.
Because I
but
get a
it's just not routine
notification
for
that the
him.
door opened, and I hit think arm. Done. 2
Write
seconds.
out a
Wow.
roommate contract that requires him to follow these steps every morning.
I'm
Pull
gonna
on
be
old
real
Sheldon
honest.
I
Cooper.
gave him shit.
I got bad ADHD. That would not phase me, and I would forget to arm it every single time.
It's okay. I basically threatened him that if he does not set the alarm, I'm not paying rent.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you kind of had to get it after, your 3090 incident.
Shut up.
I still have his mugshot of my camera.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, I still have the 3090 box though.
Hey, yeah, sell the
it's
box
all
on
about
eBay.
the box. It is all about the box. But no, I wanted to talk
The
about
30
one
series
more.
boxes are just
Right.
the founders
love 'em.
boxes.
I wanted to talk about
The-
one more Karen moment from GameStop.
No.
Black
This is a
Friday.
gaming podcast.
That's gaming.
Stop. What do you mean?
Karens are gamers, got it.
Karen's gay. Got him.
I mean, hey, gamers are the ones that send death threats to developers for any little inconvenience to their lives. So yeah, technically Karens are gamers.
I think everybody has a lot of pent-up rage in today's world. That's just the way it is.
But
It do be
so
like that, though.
it was my last Black Friday working for the company.
Oh, those are the worst.
This grandmother came in, and I say grandmother. She did not look like a grandmother, but she said it was for her grandson. She wanted a new copy of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, I've heard this.
The pre-owned copy was like $2 or $3 cheaper.
What year was this?
She
A couple years ago.
2018, because I left in 2019. Dad had stroke in 2020. Yeah, so 2018. So
GTA 5 had been out for 5 years by now.
yeah, so it was like a $5, I think, between $1 and $5 difference. She demanded a new copy for the price of the pre-owned copy.
The fuck?
That's not how that works.
And tried to claim that it was false advertising because you have, I think it was the new copy was $19.99 and the pre-owned was $14.99. Well, you have it $14.99 right here. Man, that is for the pre-owned copy. No, I want it new.
Read
Then
the
it's
sticker.
$20. No, I want it for this. Like, refuse to take it for like that for an answer.
Dude.
And at one point, he just sold her the pre-owned copy for the price that she wanted. She walked out the door and she came back in raising hell that he gave her a not new copy. Just pissed the fuck off. It was great. Steve almost quit that day for like the 50th time.
Well, I'm convinced that people
People
like
are
that
stupid.
have nothing else going on in their lives,
I blame the lead.
and they
Yeah.
they feed off of making retail workers just annoyed. It's their goal. And I've seen videos of people who just give the Karen exactly what they want, and then the Karen's still mad because they didn't get the confrontation. Like,
Oh,
Caleb.
there was a skit where she was like, "Oh yeah, we can handle that for you," and she's like, "Oh, but I was expecting to fight. Would you like to fight? Please? Okay. Well, here you go. No, I'm not gonna give that to you." It just gives
I've
her
seen that
exactly what she
skit.
wanted.
yeah.
I always love those phone calls whenever they call in. You gave us a refurbished part. We want a brand new one. Ma'am, you just paid $1,500 for that part. Do you really want to refurbish? Do you really want a brand new one? Okay, here's $4,000.
Yeah.
Here's a $4,000 part.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, well, I want a brand new part. I want a brand new part. You keep sending refurbished parts." I'm like, okay, look. There's this thing called the transmission theory. Okay. Whenever you have
love this theory.
a brand new part and everything else is used, all of those used parts are going to wear down that brand new part faster to get it on its own, to get it to time with the rest of the parts. So you just spent $4,000 for
Caleb knows exactly what part I'm talking
yeah,
about. too.
in Kyle's example, you just spent $4,000 just to get that part worth less than $1,400 in less than a month. It will wear it down to that point in less than a month just to get it timed with the rest. And you're like, was it really worth it?
People putting brand new $60 CDs into their console that's 10 years old, and the laser reader's so fucking shot because you've never cleaned it.
Yeah.
That's on like small scale. In big scale, it's the 4,000 versus the 1,400.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
still, like, it's or like in a computer, you know, you have a radiator and you're like, "Oh, I don't understand why my CPU always gets so hot." Well, when was the last time you changed the 50 cents
Blew it
worth
out.
of thermal paste underneath the pad? Because it probably dried out.
Or the fans.
Yeah.
You got those fancy RGB fans from 2018. You're putting a radiator in there from 2023, and you want to keep those fans.
And then you never clean
What's
it.
the
so it's
bearing life
gunked
on
up
those
with
fans?
dust. Like,
Huh? What's the bearing life on those fans?
Man.
Oh, new radiator and your fans are loud now? Probably because they're running easier with no lubricant because you haven't cleaned it or replaced it.
Yeah.
Fans have a lifespan, buddy. Everything has a lifespan.
yeah. Which, speaking of lifespans, did you guys hear that the Saints Row reboot
Ooh.
English, the
Saints
Saints Row
Row.
reboot is it's getting pulled off of digital storefronts. They're getting
What?
rid of it completely.
Which one?
Wait.
Saints Row 2020 or 2021 or whatever.
Bro,
the
it was
reboot
offered
is
for
getting
free on PlayStation.
Yeah, they're
Wait, are they
delisting.
really getting rid of it?
They're delisting.
Yeah.
it.
When?
Yeah, they're getting rid of it soon. You have a PlayStation? Go claim it. PS Plus,
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I claimed
have
it.
to.
buddy.
Same.
Do it right now on your phone. Oh, you probably don't have the app.
I do. Actually, sir.
Because they,
I have the
they might have
Xbox
already
app.
left. It might have already left market because it's the first. Oh, wait, no, even until like the 5th, I think.
Yeah, but Volition shut down, right?
Yes, Volition closed its doors last month or the month before, or something like that.
I just tab back over to my browser and carries on the floor putting on the ECG.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the complete wrong game. That was a brain fart. It's Marvel's Avengers that's being delisted, not the Saints
Oh,
Row.
we already
reboot.
went.
We already
talked
went
about
over
Go
that.
away.
Oh, well, I was gone.
You made us get worried.
Like my
I'm
dad
not
just
too worried
bought
about the
that
Saints
game.
Row reboot being delisted, though.
My dad
That
just
game was
bought that
bad.
game, and now you're like, oh yeah, it's getting delisted.
Yeah, that was a brain fart. I was thinking about the Saints Row reboot because it was free on the PlayStation thing, like Kyle said. And I
Yeah.
snagged it earlier. But I was never going to pay for that game, but I'll take it for free.
I did. I want to die.
Did y'all talk
Hey,
about the
hey.
TMNT game?
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, so there is
Teenage
apparently a
Mutant Ninja
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in the works, and the developers are taking inspiration from the God of War 2018 and Ragnarok game.
Yeah, because isn't it
So-
based off of like the Ronin?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I
Well,
know it's just a bunch of
my
guys that live in a sewer.
husband does.
Bring him in. Let's go.
Okay. Let
They
me
get the
see.
lore expert.
Let me see if he'll come in.
Offshoot runs.
We're gonna go get the lore expert for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All right, which one are we talking about?
You wanna explain
Because it's not Shredder's Revenge or the Cowabunga Collection.
the Ronin stuff?
Cowabunga Collection is great for the Steam Deck, by the way.
It's called The Last Ronin, apparently.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
So is that like a Soulsborne?
it's based
It's-
off of the comic book. I'm
And it's
assuming.
inspired by God of War, so I don't think it's going to be Soulsborne.
You're
but
a
I do
comic
think there's
book.
going to be a spectacle of like
No,
big boss
but-
fights and arenas and stuff.
My recommendation: if you want a good game for Steam Deck, get the Cowabunga Collection.
What the
It's
hell is
all
the
the
Cowabunga?
old arcade TMNT games in one place.
Oh, hi.
That's a
Dog.
dog.
Oh, he just casually. Yeah, sorry, Caleb. You're not worthy. You shouldn't be able to lift that.
Listen, sir.
Fake.
I'm more.
He's a
Here he is.
What's up, Internet?
He's a phony. He's a big old phony.
Big old
You
fat
guys wanted to
phony.
know about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin?
Teenage
Hi,
Mutant
I've been
Ninja
read
Turtles.
like almost all of the modern Turtles material over the past month or so. Hi. So Last Ronin is actually it was the first time in umpteen years that the original creators of the Ninja Turtles actually
Umpteen.
worked together on something with some other people. And it was essentially a mini series about what if the Turtles lost and the Foot Clan won, and only one turtle survived into like the cyberpunk future where the Foot Clan rule New York, and there's like an underground resistance being led by April O'Neil and her daughter that she had with Casey Jones. And that's basically all I can talk about without major spoilers, because they keep it a somewhat mystery during the first issue as to which of the turtles is the one that survived. It is revealed by the end of the first issue, and as the series goes on, you learn more about what the heck happened to the other turtles that led them to this point.
Just complete
it's actually
massacre.
a very good read, and I recommend it. If you want to find it, it's I know for a fact that it's available on Comixology through Amazon, which is where I found it. But it's a pretty good read, and I also would recommend just like the IDW Turtles run in general that started in like 2012, because it takes a lot of the different elements from the different incarnations of the Turtles and kind of spins them into its own mythos in a way that kind of takes the best elements from all of it and turns it into one ultimate package. And eventually you're going to look up and be like, how did we start fighting aliens and time travelers and Bebop and Rocksteady all at the same time? And then you'll realize, oh wait, everything was actually laid out in a way that made sense from beginning to end. I'm just having a brief moment of clarity before they fight General Krang again.
Interesting.
I've never consumed a single
So,
piece
there
of
you go.
Turtles
Have-
media,
have
so I
fun
don't know
with
any of
that.
these names.
I would actually love to play a Last Ronin video game. I would more love to play a game where it's just like the four turtles, and maybe you could have also Casey Jones or nobody or somebody else. just like in New York, like a Gotham Knights kind of thing. That would be really cool.
Ooh.
Except, good. Gotham Knights was. But a last running game would also be pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Especially because it's a more mature take on the Turtles. It kind of has to be, because 75% of them are dead. So I hope that it's done in a way that is not only fun to play, but is also like actually respectful of the source material in a way that makes it not lame.
Yeah. So I have a question for him.
Oh, what's
Can
the
he hear me?
question?
Your head's too small.
Look, man. I didn't decide my head size.
Okay. So, legitimately, is that
Legitimately.
dog too turtly for the Turtle Club?
Who, Layla?
Yeah. Is she too turtly for the Turtle Club?
I don't think she's turtle enough for the Turtle Club.
Damn.
She is.
Do it.
She moves too quickly to be a turtle.
Toby did not want to get dropped off
You baby.
today. She was like cowering behind me when the people went to go pick her up.
Was that the genuine question, Caleb?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the genuine question. Caleb, what do you mean?
I go.
Let me see the little one.
All right, so have y'all talked about the Counter-Strike 2 stuff?
Yeah, it's another dog.
Ah, Bobby.
This one's scrappy.
Small.
Sir, that is a chihuahua.
My dog does not like being in the same room with me for some strange reason, unless she wants
Because you
food.
smell.
Alright, go.
So, wow, because you smell. Damn. Damn, dude.
I think it's because she's old and she doesn't like a low voice. Because she can only hear really low voices or really high-pitched sounds.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to another episode of the podcast.
We had a surprise special guest.
Yeah,
An even
what's up?
special guest.
Did somebody request?
Oh no, we
this
already have the special
forces?
guest. His name is Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So,
But
What's up,
did you
Ed?
guys talk about the CS2 thing yet?
yes, we already talked about CS2 and we talked about Perry beating it with no hands, so fuck off.
And we already talked about Starfield, so you're done for the day.
Yeah.
Wait, Perry beat Counter-Strike
no,
2 with
the-
no hands? How do you beat Counter-Strike? It's an online
Bruh.
game.
Bruh.
She played it and got kills, therefore she beat it.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I can
No,
respect
no,
it.
all you gotta do is launch the game, as Ryan said.
Yeah, yeah,
That
you
is
can
true.
100%
All you have to
it.
do is launch the game. You get the
She
one
launched
achievement.
it with her mind. She went, launch CS2.
The last two things that we haven't touched on was the Capcom boss saying games are too cheap and
my, I
the
have a
Far
lot.
Cry
Bruh.
7 leak.
Okay.
Dude, so
Look,
Capcom's boss
just gonna
said
say it.
video games
I'm just
are
going
too
to say
cheap,
it.
And
Video games
what?
are too cheap. And
I'm
it's
just
all
gonna
because of
say it.
Ryan.
Well, then that's a good thing.
No, it's because of
I will
me.
fight to keep them cheap.
It's because of me with my $4,000 in one game. No.
Yeah. Your $4,000 donated to one game that has already raised $500 million.
War Squadron
Is
42.
good game. Is good game. Is good game.
I'm gonna keep playing the War
Pyro's
Squadron
coming out
42
soon.
card until it launches
I'm
because it was
happy.
supposed to be out this year, but then it wasn't. Surprised? Not at all.
Oh, hey, speaking of Gotham Knights, I always called it Gotham Shite because it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so video games being too cheap, I disagree because are you telling me that the new $70 sticker price, which doesn't include tax, or the microtransactions, battle passes, expansions, paid DLC, loot boxes, subscription-based service games like World of Warcraft or ESO before 2018 when they got rid of that? Are we talking
Wham.
about like what Kyle with Starfield dropping like $4,000?
Hey,
Games
yo.
are expensive enough because you have to pay for a console, and you have to pay if you have the console for your internet again because fuck you, and then you have to pay for the games, or maybe you get Game Pass. And then you have to, let's say your controller breaks, you have to invest in a
$120
new
a year.
controller. $120 a year. Isn't PlayStation making their PlayStation Plus more expensive too? And they dropped that
Yeah.
news during Starfield's launch to
I'm
try
probably
to
going to
bury
downgrade
it.
my subscription for PlayStation.
Yeah, or like on PC, you have to pay for like all these like separate components, or you're lame and you buy a pre-built, and then you have to buy a keyboard and a mouse and a headset and a microphone and a can. Like, video gaming is expensive enough already, and there's a lot of people who only can afford 1 or 2 games a year. And if you raise the price, you're overall going to generate less revenue because you're pricing a bunch of consumers out of gaming.
Well, the thing,
It's not a good.
if I'm
it's
not
a good idea.
mistaken, they still sell their games at 60.
Who's they?
For last
Capcom.
gen.
Capcom?
Oh, you're talking
Yeah,
about Capcom?
Street Fighter. Accidentally, I was moving my mic and
Okay.
I
Yeah, I was
muted
gonna say
my
you
mic.
cut out.
So Street Fighter 6, Capcom sold their game at $60 for
So they
the
could've raised it to
standard.
70.
That's
Is
what
it
they're
Mortal
saying.
Kombat 170?
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. They're specifically saying that, hey, we are planning on doing the same. Like, video games are cheap. We're going to, go up.
So that quote was taken out of context and blown up by the media then? Because that would not surprise me.
Wait,
Oh,
they don't
yeah,
do
and
that. What are you
Resident
talking
Evil
about?
4 Resident Evil 4 was $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I could talk about AAA games being one standard sticker price. I don't agree with that, because look at a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to, I don't know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
The servers for Modern Warfare 2 are eventually going to get sunset, and the campaign's cool and all, but it's only a couple hours long. So that $60 that you spent on Modern Warfare 2, you're getting overall less value for your purchase over time. And RDR2, if the servers sunset for Red Dead Online, for the 7 people who still play that, you can still play the amazing story.
So
or like, what about, like, you could spend $70 on a on-rails first-person shooter AAA game, or you can spend $70 on Elden Ring, which is substantially more content, substantially more replay value. So I don't agree with games always being priced exactly at $70, because some games just have way more value for that $60 or $70 sticker price.
So that actually makes a very valid discussion topic. We're going to go counterclockwise, based on my screen. I want you guys to tell me how you value your games. Okay?
Okay.
Do you prefer to value your games in hours played or quality of game? What is more important to you on the sticker price? How good it looks and how great the game plays, or how many hours you can get out of it? Starting with Tracy.
That's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with how good it looks, because I'm not gonna play it unless I think it plays good or looks good. Discounting one game and one game only, which is Oblivion.
Fair.
Yeah. Stop. You have violated the law.
So
Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence.
So tell me, at that point, is the hours played, does that even matter to you?
Well, so I think it's kind of a redundant question.
It is not
No
your
one
point.
asked you, Ryan.
It is her current time.
Okay.
She has the talking stick.
She's in a different spot for everybody. For me. Kyle just pointed at me.
I'm above him on my screen.
I was gonna say you're next to him on my screen.
I'm just like a little hand grabby. The hours played is
Neckbeard.
contingent upon how well the game plays. So, if the game doesn't play well, you're not going to put over like 100 hours into it. Unless you're
So I think what
just really
I think
into
the
it.
argument is more, if not necessarily if the game is good, you put more hours. I think I'm talking about, like, for instance, Baldur's Gate. Sure, it plays well for most people, but there are 1,000 different endings in that game.
True.
Okay,
The
so
replayability is
Is it the
off-charts.
so is it the replayability and the hours that you get out of that, or like, let's say Stray launched at $60, okay? In total, it was about an 8-hour game. would that be worth $60, or does the hours played, like for Baldur's Gate, constitute it the $60? Like, you see what I'm? Does my point make sense?
So,
Well, it's still her turn. She
Kind
still
of,
has the
but-
talking stick, sir. She still has the talking stick.
They both have their merits, and they're doing different things, but one has significantly more content than the other. So I would say Baldur's Gate would be more worthy of the $60 price tag than a game that's more linear, that only gives you one ending, like
So-
Stray.
So essentially, if it were your money on the line, you would prefer to spend your $60 on a game that has more content than something that has less but more refined, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Considering I've bought Elder Scrolls Oblivion 3 separate times.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about Skyrim, bro.
So, God, Skyrim's a whole nother ball game.
I have Skyrim for the Switch, Skyrim for VR, Skyrim on the Xbox 360, Skyrim on the PlayStation 5, and Skyrim on the PC twice because of the special edition.
All right, so just because Ryan keeps trying to jump the damn queue, I'm gonna let him go second. We'll give baby what he wants. Go ahead, Ryan. I'll let you
Baby
answer.
shark
Well,
dude.
so my question to you is, do you think that Gotham Knights and Elden Ring are equally valued? Because they
That's-
both cost the
No,
same.
no. We're still. You still have to answer the question.
Well, but the answer to that question of mine will contribute to my answer.
I haven't
So,
played
do you
Gotham
think
Knights.
well, I think that answers the
TLDR is
question.
trash.
Yeah. So I think that video games should not be priced like same across the board, because in the Baldur's Gate 3 example, for $60 you could play that game so much longer and keep finding new content, and the gameplay is solid, the graphics are solid,
But that
the voice
wasn't the
acting is
question.
phenomenal. But
The question. hold
overall,
on,
I think that-
the question was, if your money is on the line, do you?
I'm buying the game with
prefer-
more content.
Okay, that was.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
what I
all
was
you had
getting to.
say.
That's what I was getting to. And so I just think overall that replayability and more content in a game is worth more, because there's literally more to the game. There is more game value more.
More game.
I don't think it's that confusing. I think if there's more to a game and you find the gameplay enjoyable, then you should buy the game that has more to it.
Okay. Thank you for dancing around the subject. Kyle, your turn.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Personally, whenever I go to buy a game, aside from Star Citizen, shut up, Caleb, I like to look at the price that it cost and how many hours of my life I have to spend working to afford that. So if a game is $60, that's a couple hours of my time, and if it has more hours than how much it costs or how much I have to spend to get that money, I'll buy it, because it has more playtime than what I did to earn that game, basically.
Yeah.
So I go more off of playtime over quality.
Okay. And that's completely logical, you know?
Yeah.
And I think
Like,
this was all stemmed off of what's the name of that game? The Order 1886. In total, the game was only about 8 hours. Sold for $40. Or no, sold for 60.
Jesus Christ.
But it was a great game. Gameplay was phenomenal. But the story was basically a great tech demo. It was kind of like Rise. Rise was, but the difference was Rise came with a Coliseum mode that you can play with your friends, and you know. But his argument was it's quality over quantity.
Oops.
I saw you launch. I saw you launch Farming Simulator 2022.
I was going to the store page and I hit the wrong button. But no. To counteract my point, it's like things that are like, okay, so in this case, Farming Simulator 22 is $40, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit of 2 hours of my time spent to afford that game, but the replayability of it is astronomically larger than the cost of the game.
Yeah.
So I would choose that kind of game. and same for like Call of Duty or The Crew or any of the racing games, I'll spend the $60 because I can play it for hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty, I bought it for $70, I think, but I have 400 hours in the game.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And I think that's definitely
Yeah.
something that you should look at when considering buying a game, especially when you're like spending your own money on it. You need to consider how much time you're going to actually put into the game, whether or not you're going to finish it, if you think you're going to really value your time with it, because the older you get, the less time you have to play games. That's just what happens.
Okay.
But like Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out with a $50 sticker price for the standard edition of the game. So I think that maybe if Assassin's Creed pulls it off and it still sells well, because in a year full of colossal
I
video
know that
game
I
launches
haven't
like
pre-ordered.
Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3,
You're pre-ordering
part of
games?
Ubiplay.
For
pre-ordered
Part of the
shame.
Ubiplay
game.
For shame.
thingy.
I'm waiting for the reviews to buy it. It's on my wish list, but I'm waiting for the reviews to buy it because it looks like fun.
I hear it's going back to the core gameplay of Assassin's Creed where your hidden blade
You
actually
still have-
kills somebody.
You still have
What?
like magical time powers, though. If you've watched some of the trailers, there's still some weird element to the game.
There was always weird elements to the game. It was
That's true.
like that's just a factor. But like your hidden blade actually does hidden blade things, and you're not stuck in Dark Souls like combat.
Yeah. So all of your answers kind of make sense. One of the biggest things is, so I want to say it was, I hate to say his name, but I think it was John Riccatello that basically said that gamers are kind of spoiled with the amount of content they get for $60 and $70. That if it is worth the entertainment hour per dollar, then games should be more expensive. So at
What does
what
that
point
mean?
do we raise prices for games that have higher play hours? Like
I
for
would
something like
spend-
Baldur's Gate, okay?
I would
Thousands
spend
of
$100 on Baldur's Gate as the standard sticker price. I would, because there's so much content to the game. I would never spend $100 on Stray.
So your cutoff is $100 for 1,000 different endings?
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I would spend more than $100 on a single
my issue
video game.
is if you consider your standard minimum wage employee who also wants to buy games, then it would take an excess amount of days to be able to afford that price.
Wait, so
And-
Tracy, you mean to tell me that you shouldn't have to take out a second mortgage to afford a video game? What is wrong with you? This is a capitalist society, okay? You need to take out 2 and 3 mortgages just to afford a PC, let alone...
I don't want to talk about economics right now, but
Or
I'm
you
looking at the
inherit
way
one
things are
from your
trending and I'm
dad.
crying blood. Like,
Sorry, Caleb said John Riccatelli, and I had to post a meme into podcast topics.
Oh, God. I'm scared to even look
You already
at
know
it.
which one it is. I've sent it to you multiple times.
you want to see me do it again?
Want to see you ruin this company's reputation?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Want to see me do it again?
Yeah, no, but
I love that. I love that meme. It's perfect.
Because I mean, I know
I
we already
think
talked
that-
about it, but John Riccatello is the one that said, man, in the heat of battle in a Battlefield game, if you just charge
Gamers
the
would spend
player for
$1
$1
to
for a reload, they would do it every single time.
You know what I would do if I saw that in a video game, John McIntyre? I would Alt F4 and uninstall the game and never
Yeah,
touch
like you're
it again.
But
Capcom,
you're already
like-
charged for it.
Pay me more money to be able to play the game I'm out.
Yeah.
Imagine
Right.
being charged just to close the game.
Imagine
Oh.
being on console and having to pay for your internet twice.
For real. Like,
True.
that's why I prefer Guild Wars over World of Warcraft. Like, you buy Guild Wars. You have Guild Wars now. Done.
See,
Well,
and
isn't
that's
there a
why I
way
love
to play
GOG,
WoW?
right? Because at GOG, you buy it, you own it.
Shill.
That is it. You know what? You know what? Fuck you. First of all, I am going to reach out to them to sponsor this
Shill.
podcast just to spite your ass.
I don't think we
Okay.
get enough views for them to sponsor our podcast.
Look. I'm just calling you a shill because their fucking GOG Galaxy's always shit.
No,
It never works for me.
GOG Galaxy is one of the worst game launchers ever. I will openly say that all the time. Mine on my desktop.
Sponsorship declined.
No, mine on my desktop, like it refuses to update, but it updates all of the games. It lets me purchase and install my games. That's all it needs to do. But you don't need GOG Galaxy to open your games. You don't need it to install the games. You can install it off of their website. But once you buy it, you own it. There's no DRM.
Mm-hmm.
You can store it. Like, I have all of my games that are like end of life. They don't have updates anymore. They're stored on the server. That way, if anybody wants to play them or borrow them on one of my other PCs, just copy and paste it. Open the executable. It's done. Like, it's easy. You don't have to worry about fucking Square Enix pulling something off of the storefronts and then being like, oh, well, we don't want you to install it anymore. I know you bought it, but we're going to revoke your license now. You know?
Yeah.
Is that what they're doing with Marvel's Avengers? Like,
No.
you won't be able to play it anymore?
No, they're not. But, like, look at, how long ago is this? Whenever Ubisoft, were starting to deactivate accounts that didn't have any games owned on them.
Oh my god.
That was like a couple months ago.
Yeah, if they didn't come out and say, hey, if you own a game, we're not going to deactivate your account, that would have been a perfect thing. Like, hey, you haven't used any of the games that you bought in the last 3 or 4 years. We're just going to deactivate your account. Fine, fuck you. Like, you know, you can't have that happen if you own not only the license, but the actual files. You own them. They're yours forever until you lose them in a corrupt hard drive. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now, I do
Speaking
think
from
there needs
personal
to be some legislation passed to protect consumers who buy digital products. And I think there's two solutions to the problem. It's either make the product available to download and keep without DRM forever, or refund for the price it was purchased for.
What do you... So, we're talking about the same government who just had someone pass away in office at the age of 90 because she didn't want to give up her seat. You really think that we're going to
Hey, I
elect
said we
people
should.
who are
I said
going
we should.
to...
I didn't say we're going to. I didn't say it would happen. I'm just saying, like, it should happen.
Like, you know...
It's going to take
really
until a
sad
time
whenever
we're
someone...
90 for online laws to really catch up with things. Like,
I hope not, but I mean, it's really sad whenever someone passes away, but like, how many of the people that we have elected in office even know what DRMs are?
well, so
Oh, like the TikTok fiasco?
the
Yeah.
TikTok court hearing.
Does TikTok access my Wi-Fi?
If you let it.
Yeah. If you tell it to use your Wi-Fi instead of your mobile data, does it access my Wi-Fi?
There needs to be
Like, what?
a rule put in place to force all governmental bodies to have an equal, diverse landscape of like races, identity, and age.
Okay,
Age has to be there too.
say that
Age
again.
has to be there.
Say that again.
We have to have governmental bodies with a diverse quota of age. There needs to be people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Okay, since you won't say
I
it
don't
again,
think there
hold
should be
on.
90s. I don't
No,
think there should be 90s
no,
in office.
No. But
So you're saying there should be an
I-
age cap? Because
Yes.
like to be president, you have to be 35 years of age, right? 'Cause
Yes.
You have to have the life
There-
experience to live through stuff to become president. So do you think there should be a cutoff at like 65?
there should not only be a cutoff, but there should be a term limit. You cannot serve more than X amount of years
I
in
agree
office.
with that.
I'm
That's-
I
sorry,
completely agree with that.
but that's how you get corruption. But anyway, since you're not going to say it again, I'm going to clarify for the audience. He said races, R-A-C-E-S, not racists, because it really sounded like you just said racists. So I'm just going
I
to
did
throw
not.
it out there. He did not
did
say that we should have
Racist
racists
in office, let's go.
Please.
You don't want that soundbite on the internet, buddy.
No, dude, I'm completely joking about that. No, like there needs to be diversity of all factors in governmental bodies, because the really, really old people think you can still buy a house for $17. No, Susan, it doesn't work like that anymore. Like,
Hey, I'm just saying, I bought my house out of a Sears and Roebuck catalog. If you can't do that, you're not in America. We're living in two different Americas. That's all I'm saying. If you can't
also,
order
Caleb,
it,
did you answer the question
yeah, I
that
did.
you asked us about game price and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay. What was your answer again?
I said that it all matters, but it all. How did I put it? For me, it's a bit of both. If a game can make me feel something in 8 hours, it did its job. But if I can get 1,000 different hours out of it, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more analytical. Like, for me, it's like, hey, can I make content out of this? I know that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
But it's like,
influencer moment.
it's like,
Will people watch me play this? Squint.
well, not necessarily. Like, for me, it's all like, does the story behind this game make for, like, Town of Light? I brought it up in the last week's episode. It was because it was on the Unity engine, or the week before last. But Town of Light is a beautiful psychological thriller, where
Looks interesting.
you have to relive your memories of your time in a mental hospital. Have to figure out why you can't remember them and why you're only remembering them while you're here. Only game to ever make me want to vomit as I'm watching the ending. Spoiler alert. It is because you have to watch yourself get lobotomized from the first person perspective.
Oh.
Oh yeah, don't they go through
Can
the
you
eye
play
to
this
do
in
that?
VR?
Yeah. No, I did not play this in VR, but yes, they have to. And the camera shakes, right? So they stick a large needle through your eye and hammer it
Ugh.
like a chisel. And with every hammer, the whole camera jolts. Only thing that made me want to, it just makes me squirm.
And you were
But-
fine with Baldur's Gate opening with the worm going into your eyeball.
See, that was fine. For me, I don't know why, but that was because it cut off right at the end. You didn't see the whole hammer.
It's more of a suspension
hammer.
of disbelief as well, because in Baldur's Gate, you're in a giant flying octopus ship being interrogated by Cthulhu. Like,
It's not Cthulhu, it's a mind flayer.
there's an element of realism to being lobotomized, because it's a thing that happened in history.
Well, not only that, but the hospital was real. It was based on a real hospital that not many people made it out alive in Italy. As you're making your way through the hospital, you find people, like you find medical files of people who were gutted for science, and because that's how a lot of scientific advancements were made, you know. But it was also made by these guys. This is the sequel to that game. But it was my first professional interview. It was great.
I have another question for Caleb that just popped into my mind about the video game pricing
All
thing.
right.
Do you think that physical media should cost the same as digital media? Like if GTA 5 on the Xbox 360 at launch was $60 on the storefront digitally and physically, does that make sense if they don't have to, use cost of goods to print out the physical disc for the digital item?
Okay. So. But to an extent, the way Activision does it, fuck no. No. We should not have games that came out over 10 years ago still $60. No. But sure, my 4K Blu-ray is there. I paid $70 for it. Awesome. I can still have it. But, how expensive do you think it is to have a server to store the file, the bandwidth to send the digital good over the web, you know, every single time someone tries to access and download that file? It costs money. However, after a while, sure, yes, you have exceeded your costs. You have exceeded your operating costs, and that game should not go over, like, it should not stay $60 for 10 fucking years, Activision. I'm not
Isn't like
salty.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the original Modern Warfare, still $60 on Steam or something like that?
It's $20 now.
Okay, that's still more than I would pay for a game from 2007.
I mean, you wanna know what's even worse?
What's that?
Call of Duty Ghosts is still $60 on Steam.
Yeah, and see,
Top of the line dog model.
all right, and see. Laugh
Sorry,
at
I
me.
just come back to say that.
Laugh at me if you want, but Call of Duty Ghosts, the story was actually really decent and compelling. I wanted to see where that story would go.
Multiplayer was ass.
Multiplayer was horrible. I was not a fan of it. But
Bruh.
it is where SS Sniper Wolf started her stream.
Bingo!
No.
Have you been watching the JJ Jax
Yes!
Films videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. It
Nothing burger.
I bet you I can make it better. Did you hear that her and her husband are getting a divorce?
Yeah, and his name online is Sausage.
Yes. So
I'm sorry.
not only is his name online Sausage, but he is requesting
He's built like a Discord mod.
he is requesting half of the entire SS Sniper Wolf brand. And you
Because he
know,
recorded all the gameplay on all of her
you
multiplayer
fucking
Call of Duty
spoiler
videos.
alert, motherfucker. I was building suspense to that, sir.
Sir.
But no, legitimately, he had to prove in court why he deserves half. And it's because, and it's written, it's all in there in court documents, that he was the one that recorded all of the gameplay that she swore up and down was hers. He's the one that writes the scripts for all of her reactions. Like, he tried to cut her out of their business after the, like, during the divorce. Like, it's getting spicy.
Imagine being in that courtroom, like, Your Honor, I recorded this Call of Duty gameplay. She just had her face cam in the corner of it. This is my pro MLG gamer mode. Like, imagine being in that jury and just watching this dumpster fire unfold in real time.
Well,
I don't
we've
know
already
how
seen
a
that.
jury could stay fucking. What's the
We've
word?
already witnessed this stupidity.
Unbiased.
The Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah.
I could
or
not
even-
stay
That was
unbiased
different.
in those type of situations. I'd be like,
No. Okay, so two things. We're about to hit 2 hours.
Let's keep it going.
Second thing, the Call of Duty franchise collection is so goddamn expensive.
yeah, I was
yes.
trying to look that up. How much is it for all 23 games?
I don't know. I'm looking at the collection on Steam, which doesn't have all the games, but I apparently don't own 30 items of the collection, and it's $557 to complete the collection.
Jesus Christ. I prefer
Call
Halo.
of Duty?
And
One.
that's Call of Duty, Call of Duty United Offensive, Call of Duty 2, 4, Cold War, Modern Warfare 2, which I already own, Black Ops, and all the DLC for all the newer games also, which are still $15 fucking
Yep.
for the DLC. Black Ops 3 Season Pass is $50. Infinite Warfare, which is 2016, is $60.
I actually like that game. Sue me.
But I own a lot of the games on
Imp-
Battle.net.
Infinite Warfare, but it shouldn't have been a Call of Duty game.
Infinite Warfare was good.
It was good, but everybody
Advanced
was exhausted.
Warfare was good.
Everybody was
I-
exhausted with the whole jetpack thing. That's why
I want
it didn't
a
do
new
well.
version of that.
Yeah.
Like Black
Advanced
Ops
Warfare
quit-
2.
No, like even Black Ops 3 and 4 with the movement, I want that back. But the last couple of Black Ops games, garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Ops 4 and Cold War are the most recent ones.
Yeah, again, garbage.
4 didn't even have a campaign.
But
They
you know
didn't
what
know where
else?
to go.
Yeah.
You know what else didn't have a campaign?
The sponsor?
No, this whole fucking episode, because we just kept jumping topics. But let's
Bro.
go ahead and wrap it. We were actually more coherent. I am proud of us, guys. Let's give each other a round of a hand. We were
A
more
round of a hand.
now.
Coherent. Round of a hand.
Anyway,
No, but I'm interested to see what the viewers who've made it this far in the episode think about the whole video game
Okay,
pricing
look.
thing. Let us know down below.
I love
We wanna hear what
everyone.
your thoughts are.
I love everyone who listens. I see the analytics. No one fucking watches it to the end.
Except for like maybe me and Kyle who like turn on the episode and then like get
Nope.
up and walk
And then
away
just
from like,
phase
Kyle,
away. Yeah.
Kyle doesn't
Holy
do it
shit.
anymore.
Put it on, go
But-
sleep.
Right? So, as always, let's thank our special guest, Ryan, here.
Thank you, Ryan.
Welcome back to the show for an episode before you abandon us again.
I'll be back next week too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you for...
No. Kyle was like, no, you're not coming back.
Banished to the Shadow Realms.
I won't
But-
be available on the 14th. I got a wedding to go to.
That's okay. And then we have Tracy here. Good talk.
I also-
And
Good talk,
Kyle-
good talk.
I'm going to be at a concert on the 14th.
Ooh.
It's going to be all day.
That's a Saturday, Ryan.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to... Wait, the 14th is a Saturday?
Is it a Saturday?
Pretty sure it is. But
It
It
might
is.
be.
Because today's the 1st.
Oh, okay, well then I meant the 15th.
You'll be
I'm
on
going
the
to a concert on the 15th.
Thank
wait.
you all for listeing. We're gonna continue.
I didn't even
rambling.
get to say an outage.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. I said thank you, Kyle, and you just stood there staring at your screen.
Yeah, we
Ryan
all
started
heard it.
speaking. Ryan started speaking.
All right. Is that your outage?
The outage.
My outage. No, the outage is I'm turning my computer off in 3, 2, 1.
Boing.
The sound effect by the-
Bye, everyone.
At least it's not the metal pipe
Peace
falling
out.
at like
I don't
bass
have
boosted
that.
audio. You don't have the pipe falling sound?
No,
I think I made
but,
it a sound effect in
Big fast
VLCC.
chuckle nuts.
Oh no, Caleb, what?